Imagine a time when a small cut could kill you, when pneumonia, sore throat, or a simple infection meant almost certain death. Now imagine that one careless laboratory accident changed all of that. Today we are telling the incredible true story of penicillin, the first antibiotic, the medicine that saved millions of lives, and the discovery that transformed modern medicine forever. This is the history of penicillin. Before the 20th century, bacterial infections were among the leading causes of death worldwide. Doctors had no reliable way to fight bacteria inside the human body. Surgery was extremely dangerous. Even childbirth could be fatal. Diseases like pneumonia, tuberculosis, blood infections, and syphilis killed millions. Doctors used antiseptics like alcohol or iodine, but these only worked on the surface of the body. Once bacteria entered the bloodstream, there was little hope. Medicine desperately needed a breakthrough, and that breakthrough came by accident. In 1928, a Scottish scientist named Alexander Fleming was working at St. Mary's Hospital in London. He studied bacteria, especially Staphylococcus, which causes serious infections. One day, after returning from a holiday, Fleming noticed something strange. A mold had accidentally grown on one of his bacterial culture plates. But what caught his attention was this. Around the mold, the bacteria were completely gone. The mold was killing the bacteria. Fleming identified the mold as Penicillium, and the substance it produced was named penicillin. He realized that penicillin could destroy bacteria without harming human cells, something medicine had never seen before. In 1929, Fleming published his findings. But there was a problem. Penicillin was extremely difficult to purify and produce. Fleming could not turn it into a usable drug. And so, his discovery was largely ignored for almost a decade. In the late 1930s, two scientists at Oxford University revisited Fleming's work. Their names were Howard Florey and Ernst Boris Chain. They believed penicillin could be the medicine the world needed. Chain worked on extracting and purifying penicillin. Florey led experiments to test it. In 1940, they achieved a major breakthrough. They injected penicillin into infected mice, and the mice survived. This proved that penicillin worked inside a living body. For the first time, penicillin was more than a laboratory curiosity. It was a life-saving drug. In 1941, penicillin was tested on a human patient. A policeman named Albert Alexander had a severe bacterial infection. His face and lungs were badly infected, and he was close to death. After receiving penicillin, his condition improved dramatically. For the first time, doctors saw a dying patient recover from a deadly infection. But tragedy followed. The supply of penicillin ran out. Albert Alexander died, not because penicillin failed, but because there wasn't enough of it. This moment proved two things. Penicillin worked. The world needed it in large quantities. World War II created an urgent need for infection treatment. Florey and Chain partnered with scientists and pharmaceutical companies in the United States. American researchers discovered a stronger mold called Penicillium chrysogenum, which produced far more penicillin. Using new fermentation techniques, penicillin could now be mass-produced. By 1944, penicillin was widely used on wounded soldiers. It reduced deaths from infections dramatically and saved countless lives. After the war, penicillin became available to civilians, changing healthcare forever. Penicillin is an antibiotic. It works by attacking the cell wall of bacteria. Bacteria need strong cell walls to survive. Penicillin weakens those walls, causing the bacteria to burst and die. Human cells do not have cell walls, which is why penicillin kills bacteria without harming humans. It is especially effective against pneumonia. strep throat, syphilis, skin and wound infections. This made penicillin both powerful and safe. The impact of penicillin was enormous. Diseases that once killed millions became treatable. Life expectancy increased. Surgeries became safer. Child mortality dropped. Penicillin opened the door to modern medicine. It led to the discovery of many other antibiotics and made advanced treatments like organ transplants and cancer therapy possible. Few discoveries in history have saved as many lives. However, penicillin came with a warning. Some bacteria evolved resistance. They learned how to survive penicillin. Alexander Fleming himself warned that misuse of antibiotics would lead to resistance. Today, antibiotic resistance is a global health challenge, reminding us that penicillin must be used responsibly. In 1945, Alexander Fleming, Howard Florey, and Ernst Boris Chain received the Nobel Prize in medicine. Penicillin remains one of the most important drugs ever discovered. Cheap, effective, and essential, it continues to save lives nearly a century later. From a forgotten moldy dish to a medical miracle, penicillin proves that curiosity, patience, and teamwork can change the world. One accidental discovery, millions of lives saved. This is the true history of penicillin. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share.